Hello and welcome to the what the hell's this one called?
This is
AV
the
Club.
video game.
Oh my god.
AV Club.
Yeah.
Which originally was the book club, and then we went to the AV Club, and now we have the cookbook book club, as well as the audio versions of some books.
Stop. We won't stop. We can't stop.
Can't stop, won't
We're
stop.
splitting off into multiple. What's our next endeavor? Who knows?
I don't know.
I think we're running out of stuff, really.
I'm sure we'll find something.
I'm sure. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Fallout show. We talked about the first season when it aired, and we did a marathon where we talked about the whole thing in one go. I'm pretty sure.
I think so too.
But also,
we've done that before with other shows.
It's actually kind of fun. It's also delirious.
Yeah.
As you can tell as we go on, we start to get more and more
shorter and shorter. We're done with it. Yeah. Well, we did the Fallout.
When you're watching
Last of Us
8-episode show that's 40 to an hour long, you're basically there all day, sitting there getting trashed.
But today we are bringing you one episode, and that is the season 2 episode 1 Fallout on Amazon Prime. It is called The Innovator, and on IMDb it says every dollar spent is a vote cast,
which is a crazy thing to say for using your money to vote, right? I don't believe in what Amazon Prime is doing, so I refuse to pay for their services, and that's my vote cast.
Yeah.
I've heard that a billion times. I've done that before, right?
Yeah, because you boycott places. Yeah, you support places.
I also don't feel like it's changed anything.
I still haven't been to Target, and it's been almost a year.
I used to pre-order games. I know. Hold your booze. I used to pre-order games because I wanted to support the team, because I wanted them to make more games like that. But every single game that I have pre-ordered was a dud or
came to you way late.
I pre-ordered Saints Row, the new one, because I was a really big Saints Row fan, and now that company's gone under. I pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077. I know, hold your booze. I did eventually get to play it, and it was eventually fixed, but that was kind of the game where, you pre-order games, and it's well, did I really need to spend $70 on this broken game? I pre-ordered Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It did come out a couple months ago, but I pre-ordered it 4 years ago, and then it got switched hands. And also the second one obviously didn't do very well because it...
Did you get your game or did it get canceled?
It got canceled.
4 years is a long time.
It got canceled and then it came back, and then it took 3 years for them to fix it, to make it playable, and now it's not doing very well, obviously. But yeah, so what was I saying? Vocast. That's voting in the nice direction, right? Because that's me giving you money to cast my vote of yes, I'd like more of these games, please.
Yeah, but it's all about it's a line in the first episode too, but it's you vote with your dollars. You support businesses that you agree with. So where you spend your money matters.
Where you spend your money does matter.
That's why we watch Amazon Prime.
That's why we watch
with
Amazon
commercials.
Prime Fallout with commercials. Sponsored by TurboTax.
Because I'm not paying extra to watch it without commercials.
But you're still paying Amazon.
Yeah,
and now we have to suffer. Amazon took away my Prime benefits because I was mooching off of our father. And then now they're one household only. So I'm fine, I'll go shopping at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm. Take that, Whole Foods.
I only go to Whole Foods to return Amazon things. I don't even buy anything. I just walk in and return the item.
Well, that's where you get some of your grocery items when you buy the grocery items on Amazon. They come from Whole Foods.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because Amazon owns Whole Foods.
That's true. Although they kept trying to make me do the Amazon Fresh stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
That's Whole Foods.
Well, I don't do that. I ordered them from the manufacturer on Amazon, though. But not anymore, because now I have to go to the grocery store. Thank you so much, Amazon, for ruining my life and making me go outside. It's the worst. What were we talking about?
Previously on Fallout. If you watched season 1, basically there are 3 storylines. No, it's 4.
Yeah, they followed 3 characters. There's not... They said that there wasn't a single main character, but we know it's Cooper Howard.
Yeah. Because he's the connection to the past. So you have what year did the bombs drop? 2077?
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Wait.
a
Is it 2077?
movie star, and his wife works for Voltec, and he overhears her, which will come up in this episode again. He overhears her saying, "Well, we can guarantee sales because we're the ones that are going to drop the bombs."
Yeah, 2077.
and then 200 years later, we get Lucy and
McLean.
Yes, that's important, sort of. And her brother, which is he's his own storyline now.
Yeah, well, he kind of always was.
Yeah.
To be honest, they don't have... Did they have, like, a little title card with him in the first season? Because I remember them having a title card for Lucy, the Ghoul, and Maximus.
No,
but her brother,
three.
Norm...
Yeah. Moiseries,
Rico from Hannah Montana. He's basically another main character, but they just ignore him.
Offshoot. Lucy lives in a vault. She needs to get married because she can't do stuff with her cousin anymore. And then vaults, there's 3 vaults that are together.
She's at 33. 32 is the one that she's going to get
Yes.
the guy from. And 31 is the, like, vault that the executives come out of. Mm-hmm. The overseers.
All the overseers are from Vault 31. Mm-hmm. Which we find out later in the season. But she gets married to a guy. Turns out he's a raider. And
that place got destroyed. That Vault 32 got destroyed by raiders, and it was also everyone was dead in there.
Well, they killed each other.
Yeah, because they had low resources.
And then it got opened from the outside with Lucy's mom's pit boy. That's all the stuff we find out in season 1. And that's where Moldover, because but I'm still confused. They never answered the question of how is Moldover, because Moldover knows Cooper Howard in the past, but so
does Hank McLean.
Yes, but Hank McLean was frozen.
And I think she was also frozen.
As one of Bud's buds? I still don't think she's one of Bud's buds.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. So maybe we'll find that out later, because we keep meeting her. Moldover is like this big, she was in Shady Sands?
Yeah.
And had a relationship with the mom, because the mom left the vault with the kids, and then come to find out the dad was like, no, not my kids. Mm-hmm. And he exploded a atomic bomb into Shady Sands, and that's where we get Maximus.
Yeah.
And he is a survivor that then joined the Brotherhood of Steel. Mm-hmm. And Cooper Howard, who is missing his family, he turned into a ghoul, and he's 200 years old, plus however old he was before, and is looking for his family, but is also not a nice guy.
Yes, and that's pretty much your cast. Mm-hmm.
The end of season 1, Lucy and the ghoul, Cooper Howard...
And Maximus.
They leave, but they leave together.
Yeah.
Maximus is knocked out.
Moldover.
Yeah.
Moldover was holding Hank captive.
Because she needed the...
Someone else killed Moldover. I don't remember who did it. Do you remember who did it?
No, because she was fighting. She came in already injured. So it was someone in the Brotherhood. But why did she capture the dad?
I don't remember. You watched the first season. I didn't recap this.
She didn't... Oh, no, she needed the code. Because...
For nuclear...
Yeah, so fission. There is a guy from the Enclave who has her little fusion thing, which was her idea that Voltec bought and patented so that she couldn't get to it. And then he delivers it via his head. He injects it, and that's where he has a dog, too. And Lucy delivers it to get her dad free and find out her mom's a ghoul.
Oh, yeah. Her mom was a ghoul at the table that was all gross and creepy.
And she finds out that her dad was the reason that Sadie Sands got exploded. And she's like, no, Dad.
How dare you.
And the dad takes off with...
He has power armor now. And he's going towards... Vegas, because Cooper just assumes. That's what he says, I think.
Well, they follow his tracks.
Going to New Vegas, and so Maximus is KO'd, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but he's KO'd
he got hit by the dad.
Daver's corpse, okay. And so Lucy and the ghoul go off to follow the dad's tracks with the dog. The dog's also there.
Yeah, and then Maximus wakes up, and the other Brotherhood people come in, and they're like, "Oh, hail,
Maximus, you killed Moldiver, whoa!
and you gave us this great energy source."
And then he lies about it, and he's like, "Yep, I sure did."
Yep, sure. Well, the friend he's like, "I didn't do it," and his friend was like, "Oh, hail,
Yeah, you
Knight
did it
Maximus."
anyway.
But he's not in the first episode of season 2,
Nope.
so not important. All right, so that was previously on. We start season 2, episode 1 with a new character. And it's back in 2077-ish. They don't really tell us a year.
They don't. I don't even know where we are, really. It's city by the water. And we're singing Cheek to Cheek, baby.
Yeah. Basically, people are destroying a robot. And down with...
Robco. They don't like Robco. They're protesting Robco, which is Mr.
They're taking our jobs.
Company who makes all the robots. He makes the Pip-Boys. They're at a bar, and they're watching House talk on the TV about, like, robots are so cool. I love robots. Yeah. I can't wait to replace everyone's job with robots. And they're like, fuck you, House. And
it's House from last season.
It's a different House.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why they changed the actor if they meant to do this the whole time. But, like, House from the previous season, when they had the little Vault Tech meeting about how we're going to blow everything up, Robco was there, yeah. House was there, but it was a different House, because I'm assuming he has a body double, because he's Mr. fucking House, and he would have, and then there's, like, a shadow in the corner during that meeting, and I just assume that that's him actually, and his body double's in there. So this is a weird thing for House to do, if that is accurate. I could be totally wrong.
Because when you pause on Amazon, it shows you the actor and their character name, and it just says Justin Theroux. It doesn't say who he plays, which
I guess there's a chance that it could be a body double of House.
Or he's someone totally different.
Again.
That would be funny.
Because when this scene happens,
jokers.
Where House is in the bar, and he's like...
he's like, you guys paid for this.
You guys are gross and you paid for this and I hate you. And they're like, you want to say that to our faces out back? And he's like, yeah, I absolutely would. So they go out back and he like opens his trunk and he's like, I need you to put this in the back of your head for like $21 million.
$31 million, which is a really weird number, which I'm sure has some sort of Easter egg.
Vault 31.
Yeah.
Vault $31 million.
Which is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. For the whatever future past this.
You have these 3 guys they're like construction workers, and he's like, oh well, you must like my technology.
H&H, because he also does the H&H company hammer that I invented, the drill.
Yeah, so it's like these people are complaining about all this technological change taking over their like jobs and stuff like that, but they all benefit from it.
$1 cast, $1 vote, you still bought it, like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, the guys won't put the thing in the back of their head. They thought about it, but they were like, nope, I don't want to do that. So he just kind of like shoves it in there. Yeah. And then into one guy's head.
He's got like a dial too, which I don't, later on.
Weird wavelengths to get your body to be controlled. And so he has the guy kill his other friends. And then once his friends are dead, he turns towards House. House is like, oops, I messed up. This guy's gonna kill me now. So then he just like dials it all the way to max and it explodes his head.
So much head exploding.
This is like not a House move. I don't want to be that guy that's like, that character wouldn't do that, but like that character wouldn't do that.
Or I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's not House.
That would be funny.
Somebody else.
That'd be funny if this was not House and this was... Well, I don't know who else it would be.
Because it's like rage baiting the whole thing. They're like, it's definitely House. It's definitely House. Nope, it's not House.
Who the fuck would it be? At first, I thought it was his brother. Because he does have a rivalry with his brother. And maybe his brother's like trying to do some shit. I still think they're just trying to make House a bad guy. Because in every single route, not every single route, but for almost every route in New Vegas, you kill House. Minus the... I'm gonna side with House route. Yeah. This is the only one where you don't kill him. But killing him is bad. You always get bad karma. He's not a bad guy. And, like, they're trying to make him more of a villain in this show than he actually is. And I think that that's bad and that's wrong and they shouldn't do that.
Well, the whole mind control thing...
He's just a freaking scapegoat.
Definitely is not great.
I don't know why he wouldn't do that. I know him. He wouldn't do that. I'm so angry about this.
But the whole mind controlled chip thing, even with her, because her
Yeah.
dad will get into it later, and
Yeah.
we'll get there when we get there. But
If this
like,
show,
it's so off character. The whole mind control thing, I don't.
If this show didn't have the microchip,
But it's not really mind control because it's like body control.
Yeah, if this show didn't have that section where they decided to blow people's heads up and control their minds, I think this season would be really good. But I think the fact that they had this whole thing about controlling minds, controlling bodies with the little back of the head thing. I hate that. That's like the worst part
It's just
of this
weird.
whole
It doesn't
season.
fit. It's an odd thing to put in there, and it doesn't fit. But
And House doing it wrong.
Yeah. And then after the whole House thing, we go to, I guess, modern times, and we are in Novak.
We're in Novak, the dinosaur thermometer,
which you've been to.
Town. Yeah, I went to the dinky dinosaur exhibit thing, and I went into his mouth.
Which is you were where Lucy was.
Yeah, it was inside the mouth. Actually, it's not open enough for you to shoot through, but
it's like caged off, right? So
yeah, it's pretty caged off.
It's also in Pee-wee's
Big Adventure.
Big Adventure.
Big Bertha or whatever.
So the ghoul. I don't know what to call him.
He's
Cooper?
just the ghoul.
The ghoul.
That's what they call him, which is so
But
stupid.
his real name is Cooper Howard.
It's so stupid to be called the ghoul because like that's like being called the human. You know. I hate
Which
Cooper
I guess Lucy.
Howard.
So he's strung up. The cons are there. They're gonna kill him. He's like, "Oh, I've been here before. Wasn't that used to be a grocery store?" He's got his banter.
Also crazy. Okay, I have something to say about this. It's a good Novak. Taken over by the cons. Makes a little bit of sense because like if you do the whole Novak quest line, like it's kind of under shambles a little bit. It does get defended depending on how you deal with the aerotech facility and the ghouls going towards their like religious mission up in the skies. But like Manny, who was Boone's friend before he lied about what happened to his wife, was a great con. And he's still like, if you talk to him about being a con, he's still like, you know, they're still my brothers, but I joined the NCR for like protecting, like I still pro con. So Manny could have 100%. I had a bunch of cons there. I don't hate that the cons took over that area. That's fine. But there's like a scene when the ghoul's being hung because they obviously came there for like supplies or whatever and they got caught. And he was like,
"Well, no,
that was
she
a
turned
nice
him in.
Little store you got there.
Yeah, so
run by some lady named Darla, who is not a character in New Vegas at all. But Boone's wife was named Carla, who like." The lady that, I guess spoiler for Fallout New Vegas, the lady who used to run that was the one who turned Carla into the Legion and had her shipped off for slavery. And so she's the one that you have to like have Boone shoot. But here's a completely different name. So like who was this Darla running that? And I was like, why is Darla and her name Carla? Like are they trying to connect the two? Because Carla would never have run that place in the first place. It was weird. Because I was like, oh, he's referencing nothing. Actually, he's referencing nothing.
But
useless line.
He's got a bounty on him, and so that's why they turn him in, because Lucy needs caps to buy food because she needs food because she's a human. And so the plan is she turns them in, she gets the caps, and then when they hang him, she's supposed to shoot the line after he says his line. The cord, and then he kills them all. And that's the plan, but of course...
this is when we start flanderizing the characters a little bit more. This is when Lucy... I think Lucy is, like, way worse in this season than she was in the previous season.
You think also there needs to be better character development from her because she didn't learn a lesson?
She didn't learn anything. So she's...
From first season?
I love Lucy. But... she's really, like... It's really dumb in this season.
She is altruistic and is supposed to be the moral compass. The whole thing with that and season 1 is that her compass breaks because you have to bend to be in the wasteland.
They should be learning from each other,
yes.
But it feels like he's the only one that's learning a little bit from her, and she's not learning anything from him. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of insane. But yeah, so she is like, everybody turn yourselves in, don't do this. Like, I don't want to shoot you.
Like, you can just let us go and we won't kill you.
I'm telling you my entire plan.
Yeah.
And obviously, it doesn't work out.
Please?
She shoots him down, and he shoots everyone else, and then
they blow things up. And then that's
that.
We also
We'll probably never see Novak again, even though they worked very hard on that set to make it somewhat accurate, and I respect that because I'm about to have some beefs later on about your set design.
I would say that's my big thing that I really enjoy about the show is the set and the costumes. I think
just
they
wish
did a great job.
It was better sometimes. Because like you try so hard for all of these, and then sometimes they really slip through the cracks. And I can notice when they slip through the cracks because you were doing such a good job before that I'm like, oh, well, I guess you just didn't care about this specific set enough.
Or, I mean, they spent a lot of money on this show, so they
ran out of money. They were like, we spent so much on this one fucking Novak
they also
scene.
brought in more actors that have higher paychecks this time around.
Well, they shouldn't have, and they should just spend it on the sets.
But we go back...
Lower paid actors, please.
In time with Cooper Howard, and it's the flashback of him hearing his wife saying, "We'll drop the bombs." Then he is in his... he goes back to his house, and then he gets his daughter and puts her in the car with the dog. That's not allowed in the...
This was such a weird scene.
Yeah.
So he's going to Bakersfield with his daughter.
Because in the first season, he tells his wife, like, this is all so crazy. We should just both quit our jobs and move to Bakersfield, buy a ranch, so he can be a real cowboy again. And the wife's like, well, I like my job, and it's important that I have this job, because she's not telling her husband is, I need to secure a place for us in the vault because shit's going down.
Yeah.
Which she should have just been honest with her husband.
But she signed an NDA, so she can't. So yeah, they're going to Bakersfield, and then like he's in the middle of the like Fallout 4 neighborhood, like your settlement from 4, but you're in California, you're not in Boston. And like they even see like the Vault Tech van and the Vault Tech sales guy, and they look the freaking same as the guys from Fallout 4, and they hear the alarm and everyone panics, and then Cooper gets out of his car and he's like, "It's just a drill." And like that's it, and then we head back home. And
well,
like,
he
NBT.
picks up his daughter's scared, so he picks her up, and then he looks up at the billboard, and it's him with his thumb up, like saying, like,
"This scene is dumb. It's pointless. You wanted to show off the Fallout 4 set. I get it, but
I
also
think
this is in California.
Part of it is with the whole thing with Moldova is that because he'll go see Moldova again, but
like immediately after this, he goes and sees Moldova.
Yeah,
is he trying to escape? He's like, Moldova's like, bug your wife, and then he did, and then he's like, I don't want to deal with this, so I'm running away.
But
just kidding, I changed my mind.
He is connected to it because he is now part of the advertisement, so he's telling people. So he's got a little bit more of a stake into it, and so he's got a little bit more responsibility. That look at my notes. My sticky notes. We're at Vault 33, and this is Lucy's original vault.
Yeah.
And it's the water chip. The water chip's broken, which is
still broken.
Fallout
1.
Fallout 1. But Fallout 1, they don't have a lot of time, right?
You have like 3 months to fix the water chip, which is not actually that much time. That's a big bummer about Fallout 1 is the fact that you're kind of timed twice. And you can't really go explore around in Fallout 1 as much because you have 2 time pressures, and I'm glad that they don't do that anymore. They did it in Fallout 2 also, but it's a fake time pressure. I want you to know that. If you're going into Fallout 2 and they're like, you have to save the village, you have this much time. You have a limited time, by the way. They lie to you. Question.
So it's the water chip in Vault 33 that's broken, right?
Yeah.
But not 32? Or is it all for all 3 vaults?
I think it's just 33.
So why did they move them to 32 and not just take the chip from 32 and keep them in Vault 33?
Because I don't know, were told to do that. Management told them to do that. 31 told them to do that.
Bud told them to do that?
I guess.
Buds. It's just a brain in a jar. Mm-hmm. Reg comes in and
what the hell's up with Reg? Like
he wanted to be
sucking
overseer.
On a lollipop, and he's like, "I'm not that stupid." And then he
has a PhD in party planning. We find out, but the thing with that is he asks about Norm, who is Lucy's brother,
who's trapped in Vault 31 right now.
And Betty says, "Oh, he was sent to a leadership exchange program in Vault 31, which is the contingency plan if someone is missing from the vault." there's an excuse for it. And so that was the point of that. And then she tells Bud, like, hey, you need a hobby.
Reg.
Or not, yeah. She tells Reg you need a hobby.
Because, like, he comes in to help, and he's useless, so she's like, create a support group for inbreds in the... And then
she
he's
says
like,
talk to people. And his thing was he'll do that later. But then we move over to Vault 32 with Stephanie, the one-eyed overseer. She is from Vault 31.
She can't work a computer. She's trying really hard. She can't do it. People are complaining to her because she hasn't really assigned anybody jobs yet. And they're like, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to help, you know?
Well, everyone has a job but Chet. Because Chet is on baby patrol, but he's like, this isn't my kid and we're not married. Yeah. So what? Can I have a job, please?
Actual job, and she's basically like, no, and threatens him with an orange.
Yeah. She's cutting an orange, which is the threat of.
Yeah, this is going to be you. It's your face.
And then we go to Vault 31, and Norm is on the ground, and he's dying. Starving.
His lips are chapped. He's eating everyone's crackers. He's like...
That was funny later when that came out.
And Bud is like, just get into the pod, you idiot. Like, come on. Like, you don't have to die here starving to death. That's so lame. Just get into a pod. And he's like, I don't want to get into a pod. And that's it. That's the whole scene. That's pretty much, that's all that happens.
Then we go back to the Ghoul and Lucy. They are tracking her dad, and they're in the desert. They see a guy that's been stepped into.
Yeah, by power armor. So it's the dad just stepping on corpses.
And you and I both had the same thought where right after that she goes to this...
Somebody selling flea soup to ask for, like, have you seen my dad?
Have you seen my dad?
She buys the flea soup because she's a nice girl. And
it's so gross.
Amazing that you just didn't think it would be like that, girl, but whatever.
2 caps.
I respect the hustle. But also, this is like a very Fallout thing. I could see them selling flea soup somewhere, for sure, and you asking them questions. But yeah, like, she's like, my son's been missing.
But he owes her money, the flea soup lady.
And so we both thought that the guy who got stepped on was the son.
Because the ghoul says, like, oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. And so we were like, oh, that's the guy. No, because he actually took the son.
Yeah.
He took the son... to the next location we're going to go to with this cast. I don't know if we do that next or not.
Next is... Oh, yeah, we go to Vault. So they keep walking and they go to Vault 24. But before we go into Vault 24...
Drive-in, by the way. There's no vault in the drive-in. And the drive-in's in the game. So there's be adding vaults like no one cares.
Well,
Why wasn't this show not canon and they just did their own thing? That would have made so much more sense. That would have made me feel better about everything. Because every single thing I see in this show is going to affect the games later down the line. And every time that I see shit like that, I take like a hit of damage. Like I'm getting poisoned. I'm like, oh, that's going to be in the games next. Ow. Ooh. E.
I would say that, like, watching season 1 again, I was like, oh, I want to play again. Like, it made me want to play the game again. But
watching season 2 up until the current episode, which by the time of recording this, has it been like three to four episodes?
4 is out right now.
I was pretty okay with this episode, except for the house thing in the beginning. And I was like, I'm going to give it some time to cook. 3 episodes in, I was like, I don't want to play Fallout anymore.
Honestly, the Legion pops up in 3. It was funny. It made me laugh.
I'm happy for you.
It did. We may get there. We may not. We'll see. But going back to episode 1, so we're in Vault 24, then we go back in time, and it's the discussion with Cooper and Moldover, and she says Moldover's setting up it's like a missile system?
No, houses.
No.
Because they're at a diner, and she's like, I need you to go talk to House, because he's setting up a missile defense system against the world, the Vault-Tec, I guess. So I need you. And he's like, why would I talk to House? And he's like, because you're an actor, and actors...
She's like, have you met him? He's like, yeah.
Actors...
obviously not, because they meet again, and he doesn't know who he is.
Can get into anything, I guess. So... That's his new goal, is to go talk to House.
Was it to talk to him or, like, to take care of him?
I don't remember. I think it's just to talk to him.
It was weird. And his daughter was there, and she was playing
Wakakami, which is a game in 76.
Then we go back to his kitchen in 2077.
Sick kitchen. I own it in 76. Mine's pink though, and not a disgusting yellow.
They're in that kitchen a couple times this season.
It's because it looks expensive.
Yeah.
He's like packing stuff and drinking martinis and about to cry.
He's making dinner, and then the wife comes in and closes the door, and she has to like change her demeanor because.
And he has to change his demeanor, and we're having
secret
marital issues.
Mm-hmm. Secrets.
Secrets are no fun.
Then we go back to Vault 24, and Lucy opens it up, and she's like, what happened here? And he's like, the real question is, why was your dad here? Because they saw the tracks going in and out, so they know that he came and left.
I have a beef. So the ghoul guy, when he walks in, he's like, every time I walk into these metal shoe boxes, I have to come to terms with the fact that I might learn about what happened to my wife and daughter. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so he has to scour the entire world and find every single vault ever made, and has to go into it, and to do that, because that's his whole goal, is to find out what happened to wife and kids. But he doesn't really do that. I haven't seen him go into every single vault. He also doesn't have a Pip-Boy, so he can't activate the vault, which is that the only reason why he needs her? I don't think so. I think he needs her as a bargaining chip for the dad.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why he's keeping her around
because
and saving her.
Because he knows who the dad is from his past, so he's like, you know what happened to my wife, and obviously I can't ask Moldover because she died.
So like, why the hell doesn't he have a Pip-Boy if this is his whole goal?
Also, when we first meet the ghoul, he is constantly buried in the ground and only used for like
he was in like
certain
a
assassin stuff. Yeah.
He was like a mercenary. Mm-hmm. Is this dude like actually
finding his wife and kids? He's been around for 200 years, so that could have been the last 100 years. And
just taking a nap, just taking a break? I don't know.
Like, after 100 years...
Is he not actually trying to find his wife and kids? Like, I don't understand his whole thing. Because if I was him, I would just try to find every single vault, and I'd definitely be stealing a Pip-Boy by now, because he has to, grab her arm and have her plug in, and I was like, why doesn't he have one if he has to go into every single one of these vaults?
Well, some of them aren't closed too.
Like, yeah, but like, there's always gonna be a Pip-Boy somewhere. You're gonna find a dead vault dweller. I don't know. You're kind of an asshole. Just kill one. Like,
we're back in Vault 33, and it's Reg's inbreeding support group.
Oh God.
So he has a purpose now, and it's to talk to people, not to be ashamed of being a product of inbreeding. But then there's a redhead couple.
Yeah, they want to inbreed, and they thought this was them changing the rules, but it's not them changing.
And when you pause it, Amazon says that they're the red-haired girl or the red-haired boy. But if you have
the
subtitles on, they're both horny.
Yeah, it says horny redhead boy, horny redhead girl. Which is interesting.
And they want for the inbreeding to go on and be allowed because cousin, sister, I don't know what's happening.
So I'm assuming, because we don't have Norm anymore, he's busy in Vault for 31, that we're now just going to follow Reg in this vault to see what's going on?
I don't know.
Is that why we're seeing this scene? Because the scene is completely pointless.
I think it is the fact that, they've been in this vault for 200 years, and there's a limited amount of them, so it's always the question of, how do you deal with inbreeding?
Do I need to know about this for the story?
No.
Is this important for the story? Is this just wasting my time on your silly little gags that is not relevant to the story? Because I'm bothered by you wasting my time like this.
I thought it was funny.
Unless Reg is important later, which could be the case.
Right, I'm sure he will be.
And that's why you're trying
what happened?
to
Did we
flesh
even
him
see
out
that
a
other
little
guy?
bit.
Because there was the 3 people in the council, and Betty is now the overseer. Reg is... And then another guy got sent to Vault 32.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in this episode at all.
Because for Vault 32, we're following the overseer lady and her lover, Chet. So, like, that makes sense. We know them from season 1.
But that's
barely know Reg.
It's the whole, like, cousin joke from season 1.
Barely know Reg. They just wanted to get another one in there, I guess.
Then we're in Vault 31. Norm, the Bud is like, you can either go into your dad's cryo, or you can take this shot from this needle.
I have this euthanasia shot just ready to go.
And so Norm's like, about option 3.
And then he opens all the pods.
But it's funny because you can definitely see that the CGI in the back of the vault did not quite work because
he only opened the front couple of pods.
Only opened the front.
Chaos reigns.
Now we're back in Vault 28 with Lucy and the Ghoul, and they're going around the vault, and there's all these like communists.
Yeah, okay, so this vault, apparently, it feels like a front, but was trying to turn people into communists.
Yeah.
And they were using the chip from the beginning of the episode.
But apparently to be a communist, you have to dress like you're from 1950s Russia.
Yeah, obviously. Which is why I'm like, this feels like a front. You don't need a brain chip to turn people communist. People will just turn communist if given enough of the material. Like, if the vault was just stocked with like communist manifestos.
Do all of these like decomposing bodies have the chip in the back of their neck, but then they're also like watching propaganda that's been playing forever.
On, yeah.
The hard drive is missing from the computer, and so they go into the back room, which I guess is the...
It's like medical clinic.
Yeah, and they're in on one of the beds is a box of sugar bombs, and that
just
speaks to her.
Staged.
The light was on there.
Boof, it's staged there, and then obviously
looks brand new.
Really creepy. It does. Really creepy scene of the son who has the chip in him.
Yeah, the flea suit son.
He's saying a pre-recorded message that the dad left
Hi,
for
sugar
Lucy.
bomb. Because he used to call her Sugar Bomb.
I guess. And
he tells her to go home and that I fix everything.
And then his head explodes, and I was like, this is a bad message to send to her, to be honest.
Yeah.
This feels like a threat. This feels like, if you don't go home, I will explode your head.
And then Cooper picks up the neck.
He's like,
device.
oh, it's the box. Obviously.
He's like, has your dad ever used this before? She was like, no. But obviously...
He has. Because he uses it later, as we can see when he blows up Shady Sands.
But that's later.
What's next?
We both at the same time. Dad is at Vault-Tec in his armor.
Yeah, in the freaking New Vegas. Okay.
There's a big facility.
So he arrives in New Vegas, and then like this facility isn't in the game at all. It's ginormous. And first I was like, I guess it could be built later. No, it can't be built in fucking 20 years. And plus, there's like cryogenic people frozen in there. So it's been around forever. Where the hell is this in the Mojave Wasteland? That you just created a Vault-Tec facility?
It looks like one of a couple of buildings that were in like 4. That like that radio tower.
Is it like underground?
No.
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
It's underground.
But he opens the gate and you can see into it because it says Vault-Tec and it's really high up. He then goes in and finds out that he has like over 400,000 messages, and he's still in his power suit. And then he pours a cup of coffee, and this you and I were both expecting because the actor that plays the dad is in Twin Peaks, and he has a very famous line, which is, "That's a damn good cup of coffee." So he pours a cup of coffee and he drinks it in his power suit. Where is the line?
They also didn't do the cup of coffee song.
Yeah.
Like, they used a different song. And I was like, what the hell? Rude. I have critiques on your show.
Dad gets out of the power suit, showers, dresses, and then...
He calls somebody and he's like...
Reporting for duty, sir.
Vault-Tec doesn't know that I'm here.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, who's he talking to? We don't know who he's talking to.
It's kind of an ominous message at the end.
Some people might assume it's House. I don't know. That was my first guess. We still don't know as of now. So
Well, it can't be Bud either because Bud's in...
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know who he's talking to. I mean, I guess House, but I'm probably wrong.
Because he's like, I hope you're still alive. And then at the end, he's like, you'll beg me for it. Because he's going to do experiments with the chips, and the chips have gotten smaller. Then he picks up a yo-yo.
Yeah, he comes into this room with a bunch of dead guys with the chips on them.
Yeah,
and there's like a yo-yo on the counter. So he's going to be playing with this yo-yo just to show he's an extra silly little guy. I don't know what
the dad in season 2
what's the symbolism behind the yo-yo
is
in
very
season 2?
Different.
What goes up must come down. That's the opposite. No, that's right.
And that's the end of episode 1.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I ended with him and the yo-yo.
Crazy.
Yep.
All right, well, I guess we can talk about the next one later.
Yep. See you next time.
Bye.